Recently I found something rather interesting, and that is Russian MRE dedicated to 24 hours long. I always wanted to test it myself, especially now, taking into account events that are happening in the Eastern Europe. Let's take a closer look. So, here it is, Russian MRE. This is the same MRE that Russia is using for its military right now. How can I tell? Well, at first, let me show you how it looks like. It says Russian Army, not for sale. This is back. That's the back side. This is the menu type. Mine is number 4. This is the date, expiration. As you can see, it is up to date. It is not expired yet. So I was kinda lucky to get it. And you know how I get it? I bought it from the military stuff myself. It costed me like $3.50. It has 4.4 kilocalories and it weighs 2.1 kilograms. So here it is. Let me show it again. Let's open it. Okay. Finally. Oh bloody hell. I broke the box. Well, that's how it looks now. That's pretty much it. So, let's have a look. What do we have in here? Alright, I kinda sorted a bit. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? So here we have biscuits, pretty much, as you can see, that's how they look like, nothing special. We have 4 packs of those biscuits. Next we have heating element. So it looks pretty much like that. Then we have military bacon. I don't know why it is called military. I see nothing that will remind me the military. Then we have bait. 2 of them. Nothing special. Apple jam. Then we have cheese spread. Looks like that. Bubblegum. 10 pieces. Wet wipes, the usual wipe. Then we have here beef with green peas and carrot. Then we have
a buckwheat porridge
and beef. Beef goulash with tomato sauce. Vegetable stew. Jus.
O kurwa!
Apple jam again. Chocolate, military chocolate. 2 bags of tea. It looks like that. coffee. Dried cream. Drink concentrate. We have two with flavor of cherry and apple, as well as black currant. Then we have 3 bags of sugar, 20 grams, salt, and paper. Then goes matches, vitamin drink, and water purifier. Basically 3 pieces. I don't think we're going to use that anyway. And finishing, we have spoons. Okay. And a knife. I'll try to use maximum of them. Now I'll try to combine it into 3 meals. Alright, so I'm kinda sorted out. So we have 4 food intake in total. So at first we have here, which is breakfast. Here we have lunch. Here is dinner. And some small amount of food to just take between, let's say, lunch and dinner. So in each we have biscuits, spoon, except this one. Then we have drink, I guess. Here we have 3 food intakes that we have to deal with. And that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, kinda forgot about this one too. Where should I put it? So we have... oh, probably it should go to the breakfast. Yeah. So I guess we only have 1 knife for each of them, as well as 1 napkin. Well, it is more than 1 free, so we can divide it if we want, of course. We cannot divide salt and paper, as well as sugar. But I don't think I will use sugar anyway. I don't drink tea with sugar, as well as coffee. Well, depends on the coffee. We have matches and bubble gum. So let's just finish it up and start with breakfast. What we will have for breakfast? So usual biscuits, I guess. Military bacon. Chocolate to give us energy. Wipes to clean our hands. Coffee, as well as creams. We have this drink, pate, and buckwheat porridge with beef. So let's start with the easiest thing we can do. I guess it is going to be coffee, right? Okay, so we have a glass. We have a coffee. Just says to pour it into the glass with no instructions about how many water you should add. Coffee structure looks kinda this way. Not really good. Now I will add some water to this. Here it is. Add some creams. Where was there? Here they are. Okay. The drink does not look promising. Its tone reminds me about watercolor, not coffee. Its aroma is weak as well. What? It does not look like coffee. It's like I'm drinking bloody mud. There is no flavor in this coffee like at all. As you can see. It tastes as well as it looks. Pretty much the same. Maybe some sugar will improve the quality of this goddamn coffee. Right. Let's try it again. Well, sugar does help, but not that drastically. I mean, it's pretty much about coffee. It tastes like, I don't know, let's say 2 out of 10. The flavor of coffee, sugar and cream does not improve it at all. Okay, aside of coffee, we have this little bastard, and you know, I will use heater right now, without further ado. Never did that before. This is my first time I'm doing it. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, we have this. Right. Is it wet? Yes, it is. Smells nothing. Interesting. So, to start flames, I think I will need to clean the spice a bit, just to not burn my entire table with my things on it. I will use this newspaper. It's not the good idea to try to flame shit on a paper. Now, I guess it should be opened before. Shit, it's pretty tight.
One eternity later.
Okay, it pretty much looks like that. We need matches, for that matter. It's so fucking dangerous. Oh. Let's open the biscuit. Okay. The biscuit does not have any flavor whatsoever. They didn't even add salt. Bacon. Oh, god damn it. It's that bad. I mean, I'm not trying to ruin it. Oh, what the fuck is that? Look at these bastards. It just... God damn it. Do I have to cook it? No idea. Actually, never did that. So we have here pate. Well, we'll add it later. Let's just try the bacon. Okay, wish me luck. Doesn't look very tasty. It tastes fat. Just fat. Nothing else. This is just disgusting. I see no meat, I just see fat. If I was in the military, that would be a torture to eat something like that. I'm not lying, it's just that bad. Well, I think you can get used to it at some point, but too fat for my taste, if you ask me. So let's check our porridge. Oh yeah, it's being prepared. It's now not that disgraceful. I have to admit, I don't like buckwheat porridges at all. This is my least favorite accompaniment to the main food. But for some unknown reason, Russians like it. No wonder they added bubblegum to that. This is just... God damn it. Yeah, it gets better every bite, but I do not recommend to eat it yourself if you have the experience. Now I should extinguish this flame because I don't think I should keep it any longer. God damn it, not the best idea, actually. If I add some water to this. Careful. Here we go. Okay, now we have this beautiful porridge with some meat in it. Let's try it. I mean, I tried it before. Yeah, as I was expecting, this is what it is. It has a lot of fat, beef fat. The porridge itself is not that bad. I mean, I can add some salt, but I'm too lazy to do so. Because the food itself... Let me check the table. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, classical porridge. Okay, let's switch to the bacon. On contrast. Yeah. This is too farty. Finished. Thankfully. We also have to eat pate, but I will add it to biscuits. Yeah. It is fine. I thought it would be much worse. It's pretty much fatty. It has a lot of meat. Well, a lot. When I say a lot, I mean enough, I guess. That's what you will expect from the military to add into your package. Not bad. Yeah. I think it's around 5 and 6 out of 10. I'm trying to save up the coffee because I have chocolate. I think I will need to add more water to it. So, yeah. Coffee is like, I don't know, 4 out of 10. I mean, it will do okay, but as coffee, you should not call it coffee. It should be like coffee drink, something like that. Here it is, finished. As you can see, it is edible. Much better than this one. This bacon is just, I don't know. Okay, I will rate it in total after I finish my pate, chocolate, coffee, energy drink, bubblegum, I guess. Hope this one will open smoothly. Okay. Look at that. Doesn't smell. Yeah, that's odd. Anyway. Let's try to eat it separately for a change. I don't like pates, to be honest. No. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, it can be tasty if you like pates, but for me it's just, kill me, but do not feed me with this one. Please, for God's sake. It looks... well, just have a look. I think it does tell you how it tastes. The pate itself looks pretty dry. Not really attractive. Well, as I said, I will have to finish it anyway. Because taking into account how bad Russian supply system is, you will have nothing but this in the trenches. Well, with biscuits it's not that bad. I mean, you're mainly eating a biscuit, not pate. But it is still goddamn dry. You need a lot of water for that. Last bite and we are finished. I need to fill some coffee and try chocolate and we'll be done for this one. And let's finish up the pate itself. It's not a bad product. Don't get me wrong, I just don't like pate. As for pate, it's pretty okay. Pate finished. I have to make a pause to make more coffee. Okay, so I've filled my coffee cup. Now, at last, we have military chocolate. We'll try to unpack it. Okay. Here is it. Looks like that. It is pretty soft. I was expecting it to be solid. Yes. Looks pretty much like that. I can fit it in my hand so you can understand the sizes. Let's try it. It is pretty soft. As for chocolate, let's try to do it independently. Not typical chocolate, I guess. It tastes a bit, I don't know, old. It's not the usual chocolate I do buy in the stores. It's not bad. Around 6 of 10. Let's try it with coffee. It is pretty sweet, yes. It's just usual dark chocolate. I think every soldier will be happy to have this. Not even soldier. In comparison to the pate, it is goddamn magnificent. Yeah, take a closer look. Yeah, coffee pretty much fulfills the entire flavor of the chocolate. It's unusual chocolate, yeah. The taste is pretty unusual. I don't know as for the Europe and America, but here I will consider this candy bar as cheaply made. The consistency of the chocolate is made of the cheapest materials you can add. We have to try drink and bubble gum at the end. Now, let's start with the drink. Right, so we need water, for that matter, and a drink itself. Let's open it. I'll show you it once again. Looks something like that. So it says you have to add 250 milliliters to glass, and that's pretty much it. Water will do just fine. You have a lot. How can I show you that? You cannot see this well. At the bottom of the drink there is like sugar that is not going to melt into water. Okay, let's try this one. Well, what was the flavor? Blackcurrant. Anyway, it is pretty soft drink. There is no that many sugar as I was expecting it to be, and well, to be frank, it is pretty good. I mean, I thought it is going to be a disastrous drink, but no, it is pretty much okay for summertime. The closest competitor to this drink would be lemonade without gas, I guess. It would be an old lemonade, let's be frank, but I don't know, it doesn't sound like juice or beverage of the same blackcurrant. I don't know, you just have to try it to understand what is that. Pretty sweet, but not that sweet. Sweet enough. In total for this drink, I can say it will be 7 out of 10. To finish our meal, I think it would be fair to eat some bubblegum. We have 10 of them. It looks like M&Ms. Something like that. I do sense mint, I guess. The structure of this bubblegum is... The structure is pretty porous, and overall it is just mediocre mint chewing gum. But I do like it. I mean, you have 10 of them in here. Quite refreshing after this entire meal. The flavor is pretty fast. In fact, it is already gone. Yes, there is slight remembrance of mint of the flavor, and it's gone. Let's summarize the entire breakfast we had today. We had military bacon. Here, have a look again. I would say pretty terrible. I would not recommend it if you never tried something like that before. This army bacon tastes like pork's fat all the way you eat it. Nothing else. Well, at first it feels almost miserable, pretty terrible, but at the end you're getting used to this and it's okay. In total I can say 4 out of 10, maybe 3.5 out of 10. Something like that. Next we have buckwheat with beef. Here, take a look. Well, as for this main meal we had, it's okay. I mean, 5 out of 10 or probably 5 and 5.5 out of 10. You have to take into account I don't like this kind of porridge. So it was pretty fatty, it was pretty saucy, let's say. It wasn't dry. Next, we had, well, let's say biscuits. I mean, that's just usual biscuits. I think they're pretty much universal at this point. Next we have pate. That looks like that, I'll have to remind you. I do not like pate, and if you never tried it or you do not like pate as me, you will not enjoy it, but outside of that, it's pretty much okay. Let's say 4.5 from my side, I guess. It's not as terrible as this shit, so yeah. Next we have, coffee. Looks like that. As for coffee, it's pretty weak, even outside of sour cream and sugar. For pure coffee, I will say 2.5 or 3 out of 10. And if I have to add sour cream and sugar, it will increase the total rating until 3.5 or 4. Next we have military chocolate, which is not bad. I hoped that it will be okay, and so it happened. It tastes pretty sweet, the flavor is pretty cheap. Total rating will be 6.5 or 7 out of 10 at best. Pretty good. And in finale, we have blackcurrant. Yes, a bit cheap, slightly, but I would recommend you to try this one if you ever have the chance. Let's say 7 out of 10, why not? And at the very end we have bubblegum. It is cheap as well. Everything in this goddamn MRE is pretty cheap. The flavor is pretty okay at the start. The texture is... well, you can get used to it. I do like the packaging they're using for the gum. It just withers so quickly. You have to add more of them. So in total, I would say 5.5, 6 at best. Not bad. That was breakfast, and now we have lunch. As for lunch, here we have beef with green peas and carrot. Some biscuits. Vegetable stew, I guess. Apple jam. Tea. Looks like that. So let's start up. Okay. But first, I think I will need to make some tea. Okay. It looks like that. Okay, fine. I will add water. I'll start from biscuits. And we will make some sandwiches. Well, I guess I need to try this one. It does not feel like jam. It feels like, I don't know, energy bar. Tastes not that terrible, just they added a lot of sugar in it. And that's it. Pretty much. Just take a look at the structure. Yeah. Now, I think we need to heat up our main dish for today. Here's our heater. Will I open this up? Normally. Never seen this kind of tin before, you know. Okay, we're good. Also we have vegetable stew. Oh. Look at that. Yes, it doesn't look great. It smells either, you know. But who dares wins. So let's try it. Okay. But that's okay. I mean, as expected, it just vegetable stew. Looks like they added a bit sugar in here. The dish itself is kinda oily, you know. I don't know how to describe it. I sense nothing actually. I cannot distinguish the vegetable itself. As I said, there is a lot of oil, but it's not olive oil, of course. Something else. The stew is okay. I like it. It is quite refreshing. As for the stew, I don't think if you add it to the biscuit, it will make any difference. I mean, it will ruin either biscuit and the stew itself. So I will not recommend to add anything to it, even salt and pepper. It is pretty much self-sufficient. I'd say it's 7 out of 10. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Very good. I do recommend it, even if you don't like stews. What else do we have? Not much, actually. Well, tea. This tea they added is the most unpleasant one. Tea's flavor does not exist. You can only guess that it is a cup of tea because it is hot and because of its color. Okay, I think our stew is pretty much finished. Let's start with this one. It looks like cat food, not dish. Just have a look. Ugh. Doesn't look great. Nah. Peas are pretty much ruining the entire dish, I think. Because I don't know, they do not taste that great. Me too. It's over salted. I don't think it was designed to be this salty. They added double size of salt. I sense pretty much nothing in here. Maybe
Peas.
carrot does not look great, as well as meat. It sounds like you're just eating something undescribable. That's just terrible. The previous dish was way better. Way better. Okay, that's it. No more. So what is the verdict? It is over salted. I do not sense anything outside of peas. No meat in the distance. Carrot does not show itself anyway. So I think 3 out of 10, maybe 2. It's just pathetic. T2. Okay, let's try this one. Apple jam is too sweet. I don't know what to say about that. It's just biscuits and apple jam. Right now, this is the most uneatable lunch. Tea is pretty terrible. Beef with peas and carrot are just pathetic. The only thing I like here is vegetable stew, which wasn't that bad. This one is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just meh. The jam itself, it doesn't look like jam, as I said. It just looks like an energy bar with apple in it. So, that was lunch, and what can I say about it? It is pretty terrible, yeah. I mean, tea, let's start from it. It is just... It's not tea, it's like muddy water. I really don't know how they have managed to find the most terrible and tasteless tea on earth, but we have what we have. This shit in here, it is so bad. They added beef, green peas, and carrot. In here I can send some green peas and salt, of course. I will not recommend it. This one in here, apple jam. It is pretty sweet. If they added less sugar, it would be great for someone. I don't like the texture of the jam itself, so let's say 4 out of 10. You can eat it, but do not expect anything from it. As for this one, so 3 out of 10, maybe 2. Next we have vegetable stew, 5 out of 10. You can eat it. So what can I say in conclusion? Pretty bad. I'm not satisfied with the result. That was it. I guess see you in between lunch and dinner. Alright, so before the final meal, which is going to be dinner, we will have to try these things up. So this thing, pate, we already tried, so it is not going to be new for us. But here, cheese spread, in my mind it should not be that good, but who knows. Also we have this concentrated drink, which is cherry and apple, vitamin drink basically, and biscuits. So let's try this one up. Let's open the pill. It looks like that. Okay, let's get started. Yeah. The pill itself tastes like ascorbic acid. That's pretty much it. The drink is good, as I thought, so no problems with that one. I guess I'll try cheese this time. I'll just eat pate straight from the can. Oh, what is that? Has no smell. Absolutely no smell. Have to try it myself. It reminds me about one of these cheese we have in the market. It is not cheese. Basically what I meant was processed cheese called druzhba that costs a quarter for a small brisket. It is the cheapest processed cheese you can afford. Here is the example. So basically it's like artificial cheese spread, but not that cheese spread. Tastes not good, if I have to be honest, and doesn't look good either way. I mean, I thought it would be slightly better in my experience, but probably not. Has this fatty incrustation. You can see it. Well, I guess you do. This one, as well as this one, should be fat. You know, the biscuit helps it. It doesn't taste that bad now. Yeah, biscuit takes all the worst from this cheese, and thing you have in remain is just cheesy taste. Cheese is pretty fat, which is good for this kind of snack. I mean, if it was dry, it would have been pretty terrible because you have to drink a lot of liquid, but it's not dry, so you can eat it just by itself. The drink is pretty good, so I will keep it for the last. I don't want to spoil it with the cheesy snacks and pate. It is not terrible, definitely it's not terrible, but it is not good either. the rating should be pretty neutral. Yeah, I do like this drink. It's pretty good. I can drink it outside of everything else. Actually, you know, you will need a liquid for this one, because it dehydrates you pretty fast, I have to admit. Now, I'll have to open up pate. I don't know, it's pretty fishy, but there is no fish in it, obviously, but it reminds me about fish, somehow. Nah, it's pretty much a lot of salt in here as well. Right, and traditionally, I think I need to use gum. Now I understand why they added a lot of bubble gum to this MRE, because many of these products are pretty terrible, you know, pretty terrible. Okay, see you in the final round, which is going to be dinner. Alright, so this is the finale. The last meal we will ever get in this MRE. As for now, we have beef goulash with tomato sauce, apple jam I guess. Actually, it was apple puree, biscuits, as well as drink and tea. Let's open it up preemptively. Oh, it opens pretty freely, which is quite odd for this kind of cans. As we can see, it's beef and tomato sauce. Looks pretty good, if you ask me. Well, I can open up this porridge just to give you a look. Looks something like that. Smells juice, apple juice, which is good. I do like apple juice. Yeah, it's pretty terrible tea. I mean, I can add some sugar, why not? I have plenty of it in here. Maybe it will save the situation completely. You know, it does. It actually does. You know, if you combine tea with biscuits, it actually tastes pretty good. I think we can distinguish that one. What do we have in here? Let's try this one. Yeah. That's meat sauce with some tomatoes in it. I think I can use biscuits with that one. Let me try it. So as for the meat itself, let's try it separately. Yeah, that's just beef. Nothing special. Just well made preserved beef with sauce. It's not salted or over salted, I guess. So I can add some pepper to that. A bit. I don't sense any paper. Pepper. No idea. It doesn't work. It's pretty sparse. The dish itself is delicious. I mean, just meat and nothing else. The flavor of the spice is not that powerful. Still has no flavor. I have no idea why. I mean, I added a paper. Does not improve the dish itself. It says they added a tomato sauce, but I don't sense it. Why didn't you add more tomato sauce into the can? Why not? It will just improve the dish drastically. And overall, outside of this one, it goes pretty well. So, yeah, I did enjoy this meal. And finally, we have to switch to this one. Let's finish everything up with this bad boy. Looks something like that. Yeah, let me try it. Tastes like, well, shredded apple. I don't sense that much sugar. Probably they added it for preservation purpose. Delicious. Quite delicious. Before so I ate jam, apple jam. It wasn't that good as this thing, but still, I think it is much more easy to just drink it rather than try to eat it. It's pretty much a liquid. Fantastic. If they added just this one and nothing else, I would be satisfied with 100%. It is that good I will have to scratch whatever is left in the can. Alright, so let's finish up. So the powder itself looks like that. If I haven't shown you before. So, for your good honor, it actually reminds me of bubblegum for some reason. Okay, let's start from the apple puree, apple spread, call it whatever you like. I did enjoy it. I would rate it 10 out of 10. This is perfect. This is just absolute perfection. Next we have beef goulash with tomato sauce. It is good. I did enjoy it, but you need extra flavoring for that one because out of the box it's just insignificant, I guess. You have meat and bit juice. That's it. You have to improve it yourself. But if I have to rate it outside of any flavors, 7 out of 10. Well done. This is probably the best main meal we had today. As for everything else, I don't remember that I rated these concentrated drinks. They are good. I do like them. They're great, in fact. So 8 out of 10. I will diminish it to 8 because I don't think it's made of natural cherries and apples, so it's pretty much chemical. In overall, what can I say about the entire MRE? Briefly, before the main review, I guess. It was pretty much what I expected from it, from what I heard of it. In result, what do we have? 2 bags of sugar. I don't know why they added that much. Have no idea. Salt. I don't think you will need to use it at all. Pretty much everything here was salted adequately, outside from the second dish, which was surprisingly super oversalted. Pepper. I mean, that's just cheap pepper, and that's it. Matches. The matches are surprisingly good. I mean, look how many I used. These matches are pretty good. I do recommend them if you ever encounter them. Bubblegum, good too. I mean, it's just bubblegum. So, in conclusion, what can I say about this tiny green box? Well, at first, it's not that tiny. The amount of food was absolutely out of range. It was gigantic. Even if I have to admit that this MRE was designed for 24 hours long, the actual amount of food covers it with more than 100%. Unfortunately, while I was having my feast, I forgot to read this piece of paper that says what exactly I should put in each of my meals. It kinda ruins what the creators of this MRE wanted for us to do, but it actually doesn't matter. But I will tell you what matters. This is the quality. And the quality of those products wasn't that great. At best, an average item of this MRE can be rated as mediocre. No more. The very reason for this may come from many different perspectives. Some products were oversalted. Some had more sugar than they should have had. The other part was just tasteless. Let's take beef with green peas and carrot for that instance. It was significantly oversalted. And besides that, out of those components, you can only taste green peas. The drinks were terrible outside of the concentrated ones. Tea was just tasteless. Coffee was awful. Military bacon was out of any normality. It was all that miserable. This is not very promising. But outside of that, I did enjoy the other part of this MRE, which was chocolate, apple puree and beef. Also, I forget to mention vegetable stew. Its overall quality was kinda satisfying, so I do recommend you to try something like that. Chocolate was sweet, but its structure wasn't that good. And overall I can say it was satisfying. Apple puree was both good at taste and structure, no regards about that, so it was just magnificent. And what concerns beef, beef is just beef, I don't know. I do like beef, so I did enjoy that as well. And finally, the last thing I want to especially underline is going to be concentrated drink. I really don't know how to describe them rather than just tasty and refreshing, so I will just stop on that. And to summarize it all, this MRE was balancing between something awful and something decent. Still needs a lot of improvements. And to make it more clear, I made a table that will show you the final rating. To be honest, I kinda altered some of those positions because through time I kinda changed my opinion. Okay, so what do we have here? In here we can see that army bacon, apple jam, chewing gum and beef with tomato sauce are a bit different. Also, in my video I forgot to rate processed cheese, so now it has a rating. This table might give you the false impression that in total this MRE was decent enough. This is not true. If we'll look at it, we will see that chocolate, apple puree and concentrated drinks were just desserts. If we have to consider real food, we can only name beef and buckwheat porridge. That's pretty much it. The rest is up to you. And now, there is something I want to improve in that MRE. At first, I really want them to add more napkins. The amount of those napkins was non-sufficient. Everything gets dirty very fast. And secondly, I really want to remove military bacon from that menu, as well as surplus amount of sugar. You don't need that much sugar. It is just irrational to add this much. Another aspect I want to improve is the quality of tin cans. I really had troubles with opening of those tin cans. I have no idea why they made it so hard to open them without breaking them. But that annoys me a lot. That was pretty much everything that I figured out that needs to be improved, at least for now. Finally, what is going to be the verdict of this thing? That was an interesting experience, at least for me. This Russian definitely worth its price, which was, if you forgot, $2.50. I think that you definitely want to have something like that, especially taking into the account the price of this thing. And that's pretty much it. This is the end of this video. If for some unknown reason you did enjoy it, despite numerous amount of errors that I had in this video, please let me know in the comment section if you really want to see stuff like that in the future. Farewell and good night.